Welcome to the Wed Pro podcast, the podcast for Wed Pros no matter their stage. We are your hosts, Katie and Roxy, and this is the Wed Pro podcast.
Welcome to this episode of the Wed Pro podcast. Our show is here to help you navigate all of the ups and downs of being inside the wedding industry. We're going to be here providing you with insights, strategies, a touch of motivation. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Kate.
And I'm Roxy. Now, let's get real for a minute. Have you ever found yourself in quiet season wondering where your next booking is going to be coming from? Or maybe, you're tired of getting ghosted, which we're hearing a lot of, by potential couples after what seems like a really great initial conversation.
It's so frustrating, and we know that feeling all too well. But what if there was a way to turn those quiet months into booking booms, to convert those ghosting leads into loyal couples, and to keep your calendar full all year round?
And this is exactly why we've created something extra special for you. It's our free guide called 20 Simple Ways to Attract More Clients and Make More Money in Your Wedding Business, because that is what it's all about. This guide is not just a list of tips, it's a playbook packed with actionable strategies tailored specifically for wedding professionals.
Yeah, inside you're going to find proven methods to boost your visibility, refine your marketing, and engage with your couples more effectively. So whether you're a wedding planner, florist, photographer, venue owner, or absolutely anything inside the wedding industry, these strategies are designed to help you stand out and get more bookings, even in those challenging times.
So if you are ready to take control of your business and start seeing some real growth, do not miss out on this opportunity. You can download our brand new guide right now by clicking the link in the show notes, and trust us, these tips really are game changers.
Okay, now let's dive into today's topic. We're going to be talking all things tech and exploring how technology can enhance your client experience and streamline the operations inside your business as well. So we've really seen lots and lots of tech get introduced over the last few years, and like any kind of industry, it's really revolutionizing the wedding industry, not just for couples, but also for suppliers as well. And from kind of virtual wedding planning tools that are out there, wedding websites, to, AI coming in, there are just loads of tools out there that can make things easier for both kind of wedding businesses and the couples we serve.
Absolutely. So let's start with virtual wedding planning services. Since the pandemic, virtual services have really become a necessity, and they are here to stay. Tools like Aisle Planner and All Seated are really great examples of how wedding planning has gone digital. They allow couples to plan every detail of their big day remotely, offering loads of convenience and flexibility. Like, we are in the era of tech, and you've got to get with the times with these things, guys.
So tech, we're seeing this come into the wedding industry like kind of any other industry, really. We're seeing lots of things kind of on the horizon, from tools that make social media a little bit better, virtual wedding planning tools, the rise in AI, ChatGPT. There are so many tools out there. And today we're going to be diving in and exploring kind of the tools that can make things just easier for both your couples, but also you as wedding business owners as well.
Absolutely. So let's start with what you were saying there about virtual wedding planning services. So since the pandemic, these virtual services have really become a necessity. And I was just wondering then, I wonder if the pandemic never would have happened, whether we would be, this far forward with these technology things. But, we will never know that. But I think it's brought it on a lot, and they've really become a necessity, and they are here to stay. So tools like Aisle Planner and All Seated are both great examples of how wedding planning has really gone digital. They allow couples to plan every detail of their wedding literally remotely from the comfort of their own home. And that really offers lots of convenience and flexibility for them.
I think that's it. And it's not just about convenience, they're all about almost there as well to be able to enhance that collaboration, partnership between you and the couple. You are on these kind of tools, you're able to share timelines, checklists, floor plans, anything kind of changes, it can all be just done in real time, which is an absolute game changer, especially for wedding planners listening. integrating any of these services into your service offerings, and even, you know, including them and offsetting the price as part of your like offer suite could just set you apart from the competition in that kind of way. And I know, like, it's not even just about that. It's about, like, we're seeing, even if couples aren't using kind of typical wedding planning tools like iPlanner or Allseated or things like that, more and more are having wedding websites to kind of share information on, and other bits. And I think, yes, although we are in the wedding industry, I very much tell the clients that we work with that you have an online business, because we do have an
Mhm.
online, because that's how people are discovering you, researching you, you know, maybe even checking you out up to 10, 15 times before they even decide to reach out and talk to you. So I think we're all kind of content creators now. We're all kind of have online businesses. So I think any kind of tools or integration, if you're somebody that is kind of sticking away from all of this stuff and thinking, oh no, I'm going to do it how I've always done it, things are definitely moving with the times. And even for just convenience, you know, yes, you mentioned the pandemic there, that these sorts of things, we had to have them because
Mhm.
we couldn't do venue tours, we couldn't do meetups in person. And yes, those things are nice to have as well. We're not saying absolutely shove everything online, because connection is super important. But anything that's going to enhance that couple experience and make your life a little bit easier, I'm all for it.
Yeah, same, exactly the same. And I think it's about finding ways to use these tech tools to really make your lives easier in your business as well. I was saying to somebody yesterday, like, I actually don't know what I would do without ChatGPT, because it's really, like, really helpful, and I hope they never take it away from me. And I don't mind paying for it as well, actually, because it does save me hours of time. And when we were on our coaching call with our clients the other night, like, one of the other wedding suppliers was saying the same, like, literally saving hours of time. So if you haven't dipped your toe into anything like that before, just go and have a little bit of a play with it. Go and have some fun. And it's not just about everything feeling really automated. You can still personalize things as well. And that's what I want to talk about now, about AI when it comes to customer service. And this might sound a little bit futuristic, but these kinds of tools are making a huge impact. Things like chatbots, or even just ChatGPT to help you come up with like automated emails. They can really help handle client inquiries, and help provide that immediate response. So taking chatbots, for example, they really can help you handle client inquiries around the clock. And that's going to provide that immediate response and freeing up your time as well to get on with the other important things in your business.
Yeah, there's things that can make these things not sound so
Mhm.
chatbotty. I mean, when you pop onto websites, you see them there all in the corner sometimes, and sometimes I'll use them. Sometimes they're a little bit frustrating, especially I think the times when they are frustrating to use is when you actually need some support and you actually
Yeah.
need to talk to somebody, like, my order's gone missing, or, I've noticed that there's a change to my address that I need to make. And that's quite irritating when you can't get to somebody. But I think for initial client responses, autoresponders have been around for ages.
Yonks.
And you can integrate these things into things like ManyChat. So ManyChat is an automated service. It works really well with Instagram and social media, but it can also work to just loop lots of different things together. It can work on WhatsApp messages as well. And WhatsApp is something that we keep on wanting to try, don't we? So that we can come and let you guys know what's working over there and what isn't working over there. But that's kind of on our to-dos to kind of tackle probably next month. So we'll let you know. Hang fire on the WhatsApp. But we've been testing out ManyChat for a while with Instagram, and you can create really personalized journeys that don't need to sound so automated. You
Hmm.
can put delays in there. You can, take people on a different journey compared with what answers they click. We tend to use it to automate things such as sending lead magnets to people or welcoming people into kind of our world when they find us on socials. And this sort of stuff, we're not saying, use this and integrate this and you're never going to have to speak to somebody again. That's not what it's about. But actually, it's about sending a personalized message that you're able to tweak. You're able to put that information into something like ChatGPT or another AI, and then integrate it with something like ManyChat. And then when you get a new follower, nobody gets missed and everybody gets a personalized welcome to your Instagram account, maybe get like a little personalized message from you. And then you can direct them to maybe your YouTube channel, or you can direct them to your lead magnet or your website.
It is really good for, I love that automation piece. Like before we had many chat, if we got a new follower, we would literally jump in every single person's inbox, but now that's done automatically and that saves a lot of time, and then nobody gets missed, exactly like you said. Like, it doesn't matter like whether you're busy, everyone's getting that exact amazing first impression of you. And that's why I love automation, because it's just everybody gets a lovely piece of a hello, and nobody ever gets missed. And I love it because it really helps anticipate what people are needing before they even ask. So now let's have a little chat about a really innovative tool. So that's virtual reality, so VR. And I was thinking, when we did WedCon last year, we had a bit of a virtual reality tour around our venue, didn't we? So we can absolutely use this in the industry. So just imagine offering couples a virtual tour of your venue or your services too. You could explore different setups with them, see decor options, see cake mock-ups, and even more, all from the comfort of their own home. And I loved being able to sit there on a Zoom and being walked around our venue by VR without even traveling to Kent, because that is quite far actually from
It
us.
is, in terms of like anything that is kind of far away, or even just being able to give clients like a really good understanding of what things are going to look like and tie together. I know I've bought a house off plan twice, can never imagine anything until
Mhm.
it's literally in front of my eyes. I
Yeah,
really,
same.
and when they used to take me to the plot where my house was going to be, I couldn't envisage it at all. I just kept on thinking, oh, this seems smaller than I remember. But having something like this would have been really great. I'd be able to see. And I think actually I get offered to this, but I know that when I ordered my kitchen, I think that's something that's now come in, that you can actually like put yourself in, put the VR headset on, or they can send you a walk around of your kitchen. When I ordered my kitchen, I just had to imagine what it was like and really struggled with it. But VR and AR, so AR, augmented reality, these things are becoming really popular, and it's not just for venues either. It's exactly what you're saying there. Florists, cake makers, really great for showcasing products and services. Like a florist would be able to show would be able to use AR to be able to show how different arrangements would look in a particular space. And this just makes it so much easier for your couples to visualize their choice and, be able to make that decision.
Yeah, exactly. And this kind of technology not only enhances the client experience, but it can really shorten that sales cycle as well. So when clients can see exactly what they're getting, they're more likely to make a decision a lot faster.
I think something else that is able to enhance that client experience is incorporating AI with any customer relationship management
Hmm.
that you're using inside your business, or CRM systems. Quite often, some of them will leverage AI, and then you're able to track different choices that your client makes, different preferences, different interactions, and ensure that every communication is kind of done in advance and that everything feels tailor-made to the couple as well. I really love, and I love it for automating things inside of our business, is Zapier. And Zapier is a tool that allows you to automate tasks between different apps or different websites without needing to write any code. And it's really great because there's loads of different things inside Zapier, loads of different apps, systems that you may already use in your business. And what it does, it enables you to create workflows that automate repetitive tasks inside your business, which saves us so much time. So, for example, you can set up a Zap to automatically add new client inquiries from your website form into your CRM system for you already. Or you can use it to send a personalized email to your client immediately after they fill out their inquiry form, or immediately after they pay a payment, for example.
I think that, when people think about tech in their business, we can get a little bit scared because oh gosh, I don't want to deal with the tech side of it. But actually all of these interfaces are really user friendly, aren't they? Like, they're so, like ManyChat, for example. You've had a little bit more experience with that than I have, but you were showing me around it the other day, and I was like, oh, okay, like this isn't that complicated. It's not like you've got to set up all of the all of the wheels to turn, like, it's there to be user friendly. So just definitely dip your toe into these things. Another piece of software that I love is Calendly for scheduling meetings. So it's an online scheduling tools that allows clients to book appointments with you directly, or you can book them for them, and it integrates with your calendar, whether that's Google or Outlook. You can even set up your availability, and it just makes things a little bit more seamless. And what I really love is that it takes that process out of getting and like typing in and creating a Zoom link. It does that all for you. You can integrate it. So once you set that meeting up, it will create the link and then email it over to your client, which is just perfect. Really saves you so much time, and it makes it so easy. And it's all about that convenience piece. And that's exactly what it does.
I think it's all of these things that we're kind of talking about today is any of those kind of repetitive tasks that you're doing. And if you're somebody that's relying on frequent meetings, which I would imagine quite a lot of us do, a lot of online meetings now, things like Calendly, having automated responses, having AI responses, having things hooked up via a tool like Zapier that can talk to your CRM or put bits of data in. Yes, it may take a little bit of time to set up initially, to set up the workflows or set up the things that you need to do inside each and every system. But in the long game, all of these tools are there to just significantly streamline your operations inside your business and save you time. I don't know about anybody else, but I absolutely get bored, so bored of doing the same sort of things inside the business all of the time. When we set up ads, for example, like if people give us our email address on our ads, it's all automated to go directly into our email service provider. And then our email service provider will send a little welcome message to them. And we've even got some of these things set up inside of our business and for our clients in order to be like selling down the line as well. So, clients come into your world, they go over and fill in your lead magnet, they get to know you. This builds know, like, and trust. It's all done automatically for you. Maybe you're using some AI to help you. Maybe you're just using tools that are out there to help you. And then, down the line, you either turn that into a wedding booking because you've built that know, like, and trust up with people, or perhaps even the second sale or for other things down the line as well. So I know that we talk to our clients about further opportunities for selling inside the process, inside their business as well. And I know this works really well for us. So we can get people that can come see something that we've done on an advert and, automatically, we don't have to do anything. They've seen an advert, they've typed in their email address to receive a freebie from us or to receive something from us. And then it fires off emails and, we do make sales from that. And there's no reason why you can't put that process inside your business.
And it definitely works. Like, I have hopped on 3-4 calls this week with potential new clients, and each and every one of them said to me at the beginning. So one of them said to me, like, I feel like I know you because of your podcast. So that's, they're listening to that. And then the others said to me, I really love your emails. Like, I really love your socials. So these things have already begun building that know, like, and trust even before I've got to the call point, which is just, it's like 95% of kind of the battle has already.
It's exactly what we said in terms of, like, all of these things are online or not even in person, but it always blows my mind when I check the podcast stats and I'm like, I kind of forget that people don't just listen to this podcast on the day it comes out. So I'm like, oh my word, like, people are listening to me right now. It really freaks me. Hi. Hi. But
we know that you all listen, like, when you're going on dog walks, when you're cleaning, when you're like walking to school.
But the point is that this is what I'm saying, like, we have different kinds of businesses now. Like, years ago, you would have to meet people in person. You would maybe get out the Yellow Pages or you'd go for a walk down your high street. Everything was very local. Whereas now we've got, computers and the internet kind of at our fingertips. And the other thing to kind of just consider here with that, and something that I've just really thought about, is that with these tools like AI can put together a list of, anything you want. I used it the other day. My daughter's birthday is coming up and she was like, I don't know what I want. So I was like, right, let's see what ChatGPT can come up with. But I can see that being used in terms of wedding suppliers. So how can you position yourself? And what you need to be doing is putting out content because AI will only go and gather content that's already out there. So I would be thinking about how I can blog, including local areas, putting all this keyword stuff in, looking at SEO terminology, thinking about what our clients going to be typing in. It's like when voice search came out. So when voice search came out on Alexa, we all had to like tweak the way that we just, and I don't think that's become as massive as we thought it would be, not in terms of our industry anyway.
No.
But I can see this really working, and I can see wedding professionals typing in to like ChatGPT, I'm, getting married in Birmingham, I'm looking for X,
That is
Y,
a really good point. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
10 wedding suppliers, and provide me with their, that could do a wedding with this sort of style, and provide me with a roundup of each one. And that cuts out the need for them to do a lot of research. And then, yes, I'm not saying that the process is going to be absolutely done. They then will do their own research. But just in terms of you being able to show up in these places, that's all going to be content based, because AI will only gather content that's out there. It doesn't make up anything.
That is such a valid point.
Thanks.
Thanks. No, it's really true. So you need to be thinking exactly that. What content are you putting out? Like, how would AI find you? Like, what is out there of you?
There are some really clever ways to use these kind of things that are out there, and I know that we've mentioned ChatGPT today. There are other ones. There's, Google has its own one. I think it's called Bard, or maybe it's changed its name, doesn't it? It's got, I don't know what it's called. It's gone. There's a Google one.
Genius, Genie.
Yeah, Genius or something like that. There's a few that are out there. But whichever one you use, it is really important for you to use it in a responsible and ethical way. If you pop into their, somebody else's content, and you ask it to, write you your own version of that content, that is plagiarism, and that is copying. That's something that we would not recommend that you do. And if you are ever going to take inspiration from somebody else's work or somebody else's blog, we're all for, being transparent and honest and crediting the sources that you get it from. You won't always be able to get the sources from AI, because it especially if you're using from some free versions, but some are better than others. It's thinking about how you can use it in a way that is genuine, authentic, and ethical. So things like, we might use it to give us ideas or inspiration for blog posts. We might ask it to improve pieces of work that we've done. We might ask it to summarize documents or reports that we receive in order for us to be able to, get the insights easier. We may ask it to post a blog that we have written ourselves, and, change the title, or, update this for 2024's wedding trends or something like that. What we would never do is cut and paste somebody else's work and ask it to produce social posts or content from that. But there are some really clever ways to do it. It's not just really good for content marketing. It can also help you with different processes inside your business, and also looking at like how to manage your time as well. I've known people put their schedules in there and saying, there's a tool for that. What's that tool called? Motion. Is it called Motion? Yeah, it's called Motion. Yeah, so putting their schedules in there, there's a tool called Motion that does this really well, where it will group together tasks so that you can work more effectively and more efficiently inside your business. So
I feel like I need this into my life, to be honest.
yeah, it's supposed to be really good for people who are maybe neurodivergent, who need to plan different breaks into their business, or different kind of brain breaks. Or, I definitely some of the time, especially sort of 3 p.m, I get that bit of a slug where I'm like, and I almost need the coffee or something.
I feel like we need brain breaks anyway, with the kids being off.
But there's so many things out there for you to kind of have a little play with, not only for enhancing client experiences, and I think anything that saves you time in your business is ultimately going to enhance the experience for your client as well, because you're not going to be so burnt out, and you're going to be able to spend more time on the stuff that you love, and also spend more time on the stuff that really matters to them, those face-to-face meetings, those bits where you're actually working on their wedding as well. So yeah, I'm here for it. You know,
I love
I
it.
think
And one of the things I love the most about ChatGPT actually is being a dyslexic person. It doesn't even care that I can't spell. Or sometimes, like, I
nobody
really,
cares and can't spell.
no,
No,
but it, like, really, like, I don't have to really try and type. I can literally be like, half of it won't make sense. And it still knows what I'm on about. I'm like, yes, like, you are my kind of, I was going to say person. It's not even a person, but
I
I
know
am quite kind to mine.
I worry about you in ChatGPT because you say so much how much you love it that it's listening. I'm telling you, much way more. So yeah, I think that's everything that we kind of a real up to date snapshot of some of the tools that are out there that we've seen that we think would help. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of them
I
out there.
bet AI could help you and tell you what AI was out there that would help you. So
I
give
think it would.
it an ask. Give
That's
it a
very
little ask.
meta. That is very meta,
Uh-huh.
Roxy.
And I would love to know if there's anything that you guys use that we haven't thought of. So definitely let us know on Instagram. You can give us a little tag at wedding_business_hub. Would love you to come in on this conversation.
I think you don't know what you don't know, and I'm like all for it. If something saves me time, or all of those hours, and we're here for it. Even with content club that we make for people, we know that that saves people like 15 hours. Anything that's going to save me that much time in my business, I'm here for it. So yeah, I think the key takeaway really is for you to start exploring the technologies out there.
Dip
If you
your toes in.
yeah, begin with one or two things. You don't need to kind of throw yourself in the deep end. Just play around with one or two things. When you've got the hang of that, have a look about automating some other things and just see how they can really enhance what you do and enhance your services and what you're offering your clients for their client experience as well.
So before we end today's episode, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, His Day. And if you're a wedding supplier, which I'd like to think you are if you're listening to this, looking to make your business more inclusive.
Buyers listening to our podcast, do you tell it's the end of the summer and the kids are due to go to school? But yeah, if you're a wedding supplier,
Looking to make your business more inclusive, His Day, our sponsor, is here to help.
yeah, and His Day, they offer a wealth of resources designed to support the wedding industry in becoming more inclusive and welcoming to everybody. So they have a wonderful community hub, which has got educational content. They have areas for networking, and of course, they're there to get some support from as well. His Day are absolutely dedicated to ensuring all couples are represented.
Yeah, and if you are interested in learning more and taking a look at their inclusive wedding supply community, check out His Day's Hub and sign up for their amazing resources. You can visit the link in our show notes if you want to take a look today.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode. So we hope that you found our chat on all things tech and innovation inside the wedding industry helpful today.
And remember, innovation doesn't have to be daunting. Just start small, stay a little bit curious, and let technology work for you. And don't forget, if you are looking to attract more clients and boost your revenue, don't forget to grab our free guide, which is in the show notes.
Yeah, it's packed with valuable tips that are so easy to implement and the best strategies that we're using with our clients right now that are achieving the best results. So make sure to go and download it by clicking the link in the show notes. Thanks for joining us. Really looking forward to seeing you next time. And I think the kids will be back to school, will they? Not quite. Yes, they'll be back to school. Yes.
Woohoo! Yes. Thanks everyone for listening. Enjoy the rest of your week or your evening or your day, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Wed Pro podcast. Full transcribes of this episode, plus every other episode we have done, are available at www.theweddingbusinesshub.com/blogs. Thanks so much for listening. If you do have any questions about this episode or anything else at all, you can email us at info@theweddingbusinesshub.com. And if you are loving our episodes, which I know you are, make sure you hit the subscribe or follow button so you can stay updated with any new episodes that land. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Bye.